His first stop is Darwin. Snake number 1, that is number 10 on Steve's list, the 10th most deadly, is found in this tropical city in the Northern Territory. The 10th most venomous snake in the world is the western brown.
Right in the city centre, there's very little habitat for snakes. But just out of town in the suburbs, where city meets country, snakes are a part of everyday life.
Western browns have been living here a lot longer than humans, and maybe the snakes can't see why they should move just because someone has built a suburb here. Steve has heard that a brown snake has made itself at home under this house. He wants to see if it's the kind he's looking for.
It's amazing to think, with children playing so close, that we have the chance of finding a western brown snake, 10th most venomous snake in the world. Up here in the hot, tropical north, the sun is very intense. And of course, these buildings create the perfect shaded areas, nice and cool, for a myriad of dangerous animals. Mice and rats often dwell in amongst the rubbish, and of course, your venomous snakes come searching for them, and this tarp is a great place for snakes. Well, this is the first snake on our list, and I never expected to have such a close encounter. Very important I don't breathe on it or move suddenly, because this is a western brown. Real healthy looking one too. They're quite a volatile, dangerous snake, and in this confined area underneath a house, let alone in close proximity, he's best left alone.
Sometimes the best thing to do with a deadly snake in the house is to let it be, or to starve it out. Steve will have a look around and then tell the family how to do that. Next, snake number 9, the death adder. To find this, it's back into Queensland. Steve drives beyond the cleared farmland and into the genuine bush.
Here we go, this is it. You can see here, these are very distinct death adder tracks, pushing the sand down. This is brilliant. Now we're going to have to be a bit careful because we're close. These snakes won't move out of your way. They'll wait until you stand on them. He's come along here, flattened out, down towards this leaf litter. There's one. What a little beauty. I'm going to expose this death adder. I'm in no danger at all. They're a very shy, timid, placid snake, and this is what causes them most of their problems, in that they won't retreat and run out of people's way. They'll sit, relying on their camouflage, thinking they're safe. People stand on them, whack, they bite low and hard.
This looks dangerous, I know, but the secret is being as slow and smooth as the snake is.
Now this is a potentially dangerous situation we've got here. Nothing worse than a death adder through your shoelace. Have a look at this little beauty. Aren't they glorious? This is the death adder. Very short, stout body. Quite a large, boofy head, triangular-shaped head. Now, death adder by name, not by nature. As you can see, the death adder is very placid, very quiet and timid, and very uninclined to bite or strike. Just got to keep my fingers out of the way. Now, the death adder's also got a very good set of fangs. A lot larger than any of the others that we're going to take a look at. He's settled down nicely. straight back under his leaf litter. It's important for me to remember that I'm a visitor in his territory and this is his environment. So I better get out of here because I've got a heck of a climb before sundown.
The giant tiger snake is found on Mount Chapel Island, just off the coast of Tasmania.
This island is absolutely riddled with burrows. Now here's a relatively fresh one. Just have a little look down in here. Oh!
The holes are actually dug by birds, mutton birds, named by the local people for the way they taste. Masses of them breed here every summer, and it's their chicks that the snakes live on all year round. It takes a couple of months for the chicks to fledge and fly away, and after that the snakes just give up eating and wait 10 months for another mutton bird season.
Now this is a juvenile, and he's still got these bands, very typical of the tiger snake, which he'll lose as he reaches adulthood. And you can see how nippy he is. A little bit naughty. Whoa. Now, check this out. Here's the difference. This place crawls with snakes. Have a look at this one. This is an adult. Very large. Probably got a mutton bird in his belly there. And he's lost all those bands and his solid black colour. And he's a beauty. Now, unlike that smaller one, he'd have no natural predators. And he's very quiet.
If Steve is going to show us these snakes, he has to handle them, but he's very gentle with them. He doesn't grab the snake behind the head the way everybody thinks you're supposed to pick them up. That can hurt the snake and make it want to bite. A snake has a delicate backbone, easy to snap. Steve tries to support the body with his hands and to make sure that part of it is always on the ground.
Just let him go back down this mutton hole. Then I'd better be off. No time to hang around on this trip.
Steve's number 7 is another kind of tiger snake. This one's back on the mainland, in Western Australia, in the swamps.
As a general rule, if you use good solid footsteps, snakes are quick to get out of your way. Now, I've been very stealthy, very tender with my feet, and the reason being there's a snake in here. They have no ears. They sense vibration. Footsteps pounding away, snake will scatter. So if I get over the top of this snake and shout at it, "Hey, snake!" it won't react. It can't hear me. Here he comes. Be a bit careful. What I need to do is get him over here on the flat ground so we can deal with him. He's starting to move away there. Right. Now, it's very important that I'm very gentle with him because you can see how flattened out he is. When they flatten out like that, that's like a cobra. And he's saying, "Look how big I am. I'm a venomous snake." Now. Ooh. That's great. Just be careful. Try and get in and get his tail. Back here, mate. Hey. Keeps covering his tail up nicely. Very hard to get them when they're like that. Oh! You're a grumpy snake. He's a little bit cranky. Now wait. Wow, too close. That was too close. Nearly picked me up on the nose. Getting bitten on the face is really hard because you can't get a pressure bandage on it. This snake is particularly aggressive. The reason being is I've got him cornered. He feels confronted. He thinks I'm going to hurt him, perhaps even eat him. His only form of defense is aggression, to retaliate. And it's very important that I get him by the tail, otherwise I'm not able to manipulate him.